so this is Team 22's group project video. We created a Sudoku program. We went with the Sudoku game because we felt like it was going to be a little bit easier because of the minimal amount of rules. Basically in Sudoku, the grid size can vary. We went with a 9x9 grid, but you have a 9x9 grid where you can only enter values between 1 and 9, in which in each row and each column the number can only occur once. So I'll go ahead and I will open up our Sudoku program to go and show an example of that. Alright, so you have the rows, you have the rows and the columns, and to basically explain the rules a little bit, 3 will only appear in this row once and in this column once, so I can't put another 3 right here. If I hit check, it's going to give me an illegal value at row 3, column 1, because it's appearing here twice. So that's why we went ahead and went with the Sudoku game, because it is complicated, but the amount of rules are small, so it's easy. We felt like it would be a little bit better for us to program because of the minimal amount of rules. This is our interface here. Each of these is a text box. You can only enter numbers in these. It won't allow for any other characters. We have part of the code that restricts that. If you go to File, you can create a new game as many times as you want. Help is just going to display a little bit about the group and that we made the program. So it was designed by Francisco Bencomo, which is me, Michael Tran, and Anthony West. The board generation algorithm we adapted from this website. It was an open source website. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and open up and I didn't show the C solution. If you click on C solution, it'll show you the solved version of the puzzle. Each puzzle only has one possible solution. Okay. Alright, and then we have 4 different classes. The frame main is going to be our graphical user interface class. Just to kind of briefly explain it, this has a lot of code converting the boxes to text fields, and then down here, this bit of frame is where it actually converts the boxes into text fields. So row 0, column 0 is converted to the field GLT1, and so on. And then this is our game board class. Our game board class, it kind of creates an empty shell. It's just an empty array that it sets up, rows, columns, and the Sudoku class is the one that fills it. We have it set to a 9x9 grid. You could change that. You have to change quite a bit of the coding as well. But we set it up for a 9x9 grid. It extends the game board class, and when you open a new game by clicking on our executable file, it automatically generates your first board, and then if you click on new game, it's going to generate another board. Here is our difficulty setting. If I go back to the executable and reopen it, I'll show you what that is. These purple boxes, they're kind of like unmasked text fields to show some of the solutions. The difficulty right now is set to 48 so that it shows it shows the amount of solutions corresponding to that difficulty. You can change it. You can set it up to be random, or you could, if you wanted to, you could have a menu selection to select easy, medium, hard, and so on. We just chose to go with a set difficulty, and our difficulty it was set at, I believe, 48. All right, and then this down here is our board generator. Just to kind of briefly give it an explanation, it puts a value in a cell, and then it checks the value to see if it's a legal value. Down here is the function to show if it's legal, and if it is legal, it leaves it. If not, then it'll move on to the next value. And this over here is this class, the Sudoku doc.java class. This restricts the characters that you can enter to 1 through 9. Okay, and that pretty much sums it up.